What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, the coffee is flowing today at the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. We are already into our third cup of coffee here at the museum. We have plenty to go around, and we have a fantastic topic of discussion for you today for our awesome subscribers and viewership. Guys, this coffee time episode really was in the making, a year in the making, I should say. This is something that I really been waiting on to put into video format and share with you guys, because I needed to see progress. I needed to see exactly how Mego would perform in its first year. And guys, Mego has met and surpassed all of my expectations. My wildest expectations have been met and surpassed by Mego, which brings me to the topic of discussion today. Has Mego become the #1 toy company in the world? Has Mego reasserted itself back at the top of the food chain where toy companies are concerned? Too soon? Not enough of a resume? Not enough information? These are the things we want to tackle today in our coffee time with M.I.B. Guys, we've kicked this question around in our spare time, our free time, our private time. This topic of discussion has come up to some level or another. Who's the top dog? We've seen the other companies from FTC, Sideshow, Collectibles. We've seen a lot of these toy companies and manufacturers roughly for the last 5 or 6 years. We'll go back that far. Mego has been in existence for its second stint, I should say, for a little over a year. It has amassed a massive catalog and roster of action figures. High grade, high quality action figures. Characters from all genres: movie, film, TV, horror, sci-fi, you name it. Some new, some old, and some just simply iconic. Guys, this coffee time moment had to happen. This discussion, whether you want to admit it or not, had to happen. Mego's sheer presence in the toy community is forcing this discussion to happen. With Mego being back on the scene and coming out swinging for the fences the way they have in this last year, this conversation absolutely needed to happen. Mego has probably passed Figures Toy Company at this point, at this stage. And we have to be realistic, ladies and gentlemen, subscribers, viewership. We have to be realistic about this. FTC is struggling to keep up price point wise, character wise, you name it, across the board. And I like FTC, but we have to call it what it is, guys. Is this a hostile takeover by Mego Corporation? You're looking at total domination from my viewpoint. And you say, well, you have so many toy lines out there, M.I.B. You have, like I said, Sideshow, Hot Toys, Mezco, you name it, Figures Toy Company. And you're ready to leapfrog a company that's only been in existence for 1 year back all the way to the top, to the very top perch of the toy kingdom, of the toy universe. Your thoughts while I sip on this coffee, guys. We want thoughts. We want opinions. As raw as they need to be, as passionate as they need to be. We want your thoughts and opinions in a comment section right underneath this video. Guys, you knew this had to happen. If I wasn't going to have this conversation, somebody else was going to have this conversation. Has Mego taken the #1 spot at the top of the toy food chain as the #1 toy company in the world? And guys, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to being persuaded, if you will. I'm willing to play devil's advocate. They're barely a year old. M.I.B., how can you say that? We need to see more from them. Really? They have over 100 characters and growing. You still need to see more. They have more licensing, more properties coming. Wave 7, the Mego Wave 7 is looking like it's going to be an absolute blockbuster. Scary, isn't it? They have superstars on their roster, from Rachel Baker, Andy Kovault, you name it, the list goes on. Dr. Mego, Joel, Marty Abrams himself, the mastermind behind a company that's determined to take its rightful spot at number one. Reclaim it after a nearly 40-year hiatus. Guys, we're not making this stuff up as we go along. The numbers and the facts and the figures all point to Mego reasserting itself as a number one contender. Who's better? Guys, I'm asking that question in this vein. Who's better? We love all of the companies, guys. Let's get that out the way. We love all, because I know that some people are going to say, well, let's don't compare. Listen, guys, if I'm not going to have this conversation, somebody's going to have this conversation. Somebody's going to have this conversation. And Coffee Time with M.I.B is the proper platform to have this conversation. We've seen Mego's production. We've seen Mego's phenomenal output as far as the speedy return on figures coming out wave after wave. We're talking about wave 7 inside of 1 year. Who does that? Better yet, who can do that? Thoughts, opinions. Everybody has a favorite character from Mego. And if they don't have a favorite character, they have a character that they like to complain about. But the talk is all about Mego. Things you like to see from Mego, things you like to see from other toy companies. Who's giving Mego a run for their money? There's a question. Who's nipping at Mego's heels if Mego is not the top dog? We're talking about a company that is literally changing the game. Rewriting the book on how to sell toys, how to market toys, how to connect with their fan base. What toy company you know that you can have such an intimate relationship with as far as telling them how you feel, what do you want to see in a new toy line that they're developing? Not many. You can't do that. Can you go to Mattel and do that? Can you go to Mezco and do that? Can you? These are all questions that deserve to be examined and explored. Guys, it's coffee time with M.I.B. And we're asking the hard questions today. We're putting out the tough information today. We're not sugarcoating anything. We're calling it the way we see it. If you see it differently, let us know. That's why we have a question mark behind it. Has Mego become the #1 toy company in the world? Fact? Fiction? You decide. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.